Every morning, the world resets, but will you? Before the sun rises, a war begins inside you. One side craves comfort, the other demands greatness. The champion you're meant to become isn't born in a stadium, it's born in silence, in the dark, when no one is watching. You don't need a year to change. You need one powerful decision repeated for 15 days. This is your invitation to face yourself and win. Asterisk, Chapter 1. The clock is ticking. You wake up. But something's different. The air feels heavier, like it's holding its breath, waiting for you to decide. You look at the clock. It's 6 a.m. Most people hit snooze, but you're not. Most people, at least, not anymore. Today, something whispers from within. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not next week. You drag yourself out of bed and face the mirror. Who are you becoming? That question hits harder than caffeine. The version of you from yesterday begins to fade. Now you're staring at a blank slate, a chance to become more. One decision, one action. That's all it takes to win today. And if you win today, you win your life. Chapter 2. The invisible battle. No one sees it. There are no cameras, no applause. But inside your head, a war is raging. One voice says, rest, delay, hide. The other, move, act, become. You're not lazy. You're just under attack from doubts, fear, and yesterday's comfort. But today, you've come armed with intention. Your mission is to act even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles, because the enemy wants silence, and silence is surrender. You choose movement. You choose effort. You win the round. Chapter 3. The first fire, you feel it flickering deep inside your chest. It's not ablaze yet, but it's alive. The fire to grow, to matter, to rise above the noise. But fire needs fuel, and your fuel is action. You speak truth. You write the page. You take the step. Every little spark adds heat. People won't see it yet. That's okay. You're not building to impress. You're building to last. This fire, it's only getting started. Chapter 4. When no one's watching, it's dark, quiet. Everyone else has left the arena. But you're still here. You're still working, still thinking, still fighting for the next inch. This is where champions are made. Not in public, but in shadows. Not when the world is clapping, but when the silence is so loud, it dares you to stop. You don't stop. This moment doesn't feel heroic. It feels lonely, but someday they'll call it discipline, and that will be the loudest roar of all. Chapter 5. The mirror doesn't lie. You stand before your reflection, and for a moment you can't look away. Not because of vanity, but because the mirror is honest. Brutally honest. It shows the fatigue in your eyes, the doubt in your posture, but it also shows something else: strength buried under scars. You don't flinch. You nod. The mirror becomes a witness, not to who you are, but who you're becoming. And that's a person worth fighting for. Chapter 6. Pain is a passwordy. Hurting today. Not physically, but somewhere deeper. It's not weakness, it's an entrance. Pain is a door. Only those willing to walk through get to see what's on the other side. Growth, clarity, purpose. So you don't numb it. You don't run. You walk straight in, and behind the pain, you find it. The version of you that doesn't quit. Chapter 7. The one who decides they can't choose for you. Not your friends, not your family, not the past. The pen is in your hand, and the next page is blank. You thought you were a prisoner of your habits, but today something breaks. You realize you're the one who chooses what matters. You decide what time you rise, what thoughts you allow, what standards you accept. You're not waiting anymore. You're writing. Chapter 8. The enemy. You feel two wolves inside you. One is fear, laziness, excuses. The other is hunger, courage, fire. Which one wins? The one you feed. Today, you catch yourself when you complain. You starve the fear. You feed the fire. It feels small, but this small act is your sword. It cuts through the noise, and the wolf of power starts to growl. Chapter 9. The discipline switches, not motivation you need. That fades. What you need is a switch-it decision, so rooted in who you want to be, that even on your worst day, you still show up. Today, you flip that switch. You don't wait to feel ready. You move because it's who you are now, and that quiet decision becomes the strongest force in your world. Chapter 10. The voice that rises. You've stayed quiet long enough. There's a voice inside you that knows truth, that knows power, but you've silenced it to fit in, to avoid attention, to stay safe. No more. You speak, not loudly, but clearly, not to be heard, but to be real. And in that moment, your voice doesn't just rise, it roars. Chapter 11. Pressure creates power. You under pressure, deadlines, doubts, dead weight from your own past. But today, you see it differently. Pressure isn't your enemy, it's your forge. You don't crack, you don't fold, you transform. Steel isn't born soft. Diamonds don't form in silence, and you You're becoming something rare. Chapter 12. Burn the excuses you list them in your head. I'm tired. I don't know how. Maybe tomorrow. Then you stop. You light a match and burn every excuse like dry paper. Because the version of you're chasing, they're already moving. You don't chase anymore. You become chapter 13. One more repure, done. Or so you think. Then that quiet, powerful voice whispers, one more push, one more line, one more call, and you do it. Not for the world, but to prove something to yourself. You're capable of more than you thought. Now you know. Chapter 14. Protect the flame. Fire you've built. It's still fragile. Negativity, distractions, drama, they'll try to snuff it out. You become a guardian. You say no to what drains you. You say yes to what feeds you. You protect your peace like it's gold, because it is. Chapter 15. This is the day you've waited long enough. The future you want won't appear by accident. It's built one choice, one act, one belief at a time. And today, you realize something powerful. This isn't just a random day. This is the day, the one that changes everything, because you showed up like it matters, because it does. Asterisk. Chapter 16. The mirror tests you. Stand before the mirror, but it's not your reflection that holds you back. It's what stares through it. The questions, the regrets, the things you haven't dared to face. Every morning, most people glance and rush. But today, you stop, you look, you ask yourself, who am I becoming? And more importantly, do. I like the direction. This isn't vanity. This is war. The mirror reveals the truth. You see the tired eyes, the moments lost in comfort, the fears hiding behind your daily routine. But then, you see it. A glimmer, a possibility, a fighter. You don't need perfection. You need honesty and courage. Your mission today. Don't look away. Face yourself. Ask the hard questions. Then walk into the day with eyes wide open. Moral: you can't win the day unless you confront who's facing it. Chapter 17. Control the first hour. The world will try to own your attention. The moment you wake, notifications, noise, numbness. But what if, for once, you claimed the first hour? There's power in ownership. The first 60 minutes of your day decide the next 16 hours. One man, once drowning in anxiety, made a rule: no phone for the first hour. Instead, stretch, read, journal, pray. It was awkward at first, but within a week, Something shifted. He walked taller, thought clearer, reacted slower. He began to lead his life rather than chase it. You don't need 10 new habits. You need 1 protected hour. Moral, control your morning, and the day bends in your favor. Chapter 18. Feed the flame. There's a fire inside you, but fire needs fuel. Every champion you admire, every name that echoes through history, they all had one thing in common. They fed their fire daily, with learning, with silence, with challenge. Neglect the flame, and you become like most cold, confused, half awake. But when you read something that stings, write something that bleeds, or do something that scares you, ignite. Your flame doesn't need to be flashy. It needs to be fed. Moral, burn slow, burn steady, burn brighter every day. Top, chapter 19. Stop apologizing for wanting more. They'll say, be content. They'll whisper, it's enough. But your soul screams for more. Wanting more doesn't make you greedy. It makes you alive. The woman who wanted to change her world didn't ask for permission. She demanded growth. She dreamed so loud, the world tried to quiet her. She outgrew the noise. You're not broken for dreaming big. You're breaking free. So stop apologizing. Start chasing. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. Permission to rise. Chapter 20. The power of one quiet victory. Not all victories roar. Some are silent, noticed, even by you, like getting out of bed on time, drinking water instead of soda, saying no to what once broke you. The small win is where the real magic lives, and the secret: stack one quiet win every day. The loud victories, the promotions, applause, recognition, they're born from the unseen ones. Start with one. Moral, small wins, multiplied daily. Make the strongest legacy. Chapter 21. The final hour, ending chapter, as the sun dips low and the world winds down. You ask yourself, did I win today? Not, did I finish everything? Not, was I perfect? But did I rise above myself even once? That's the game. One final hour, one final breath of reflection. No screens, no rush, just stillness. You remember the mirror, the first hour, the hunger, the small wind. You remember, and you respect the journey. Tomorrow, you rise again. But tonight, you sleep with power in your bones. Moral, win the day end. You'll win your life. Asterisk, ChatGPT said. Moral of the lesson, true. Transformation begins when you stop reacting and start listening, not just to others, but to your own inner voice.